So this is the other book that I mentioned at the end of my Onyx Storm video. So again, I got it from QBD. You know that's my favourite bookstore by now. So this is A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson, and it is really freaking good. I got hooked pretty much at the first chapter. You can see I'm quite a ways into it. I apologise for the dogs next door. I think next door is home, and they get excited. So I apologise if you hear the dogs next door, but this book is really freaking good. It's one of those books that you can't put down. It's really hard to put down because it's really, really good. So the basic plot, it is set in London 1923, and the basic plot is we've got our dragons and we've got our humans. Now, they had a huge war a few years prior to this, where this book is set. So when they did, the dragons attacked Bulgaria and they just basically wiped it off the map. They wiped it out. So all the human survivors fled to different countries. Our main character named Vivian in this story, her parents are survivors and they fled to London. And she, at the beginning of the story, she lives in London now with her parents, her younger sister, her cousin, and I think her cousin's mother or grandmother. So they live together. The rest of the family was obviously just killed in this war. So before the book starts, the humans and the dragons have reached a peace agreement or a peace treaty. And so they basically live alongside each other. And it seems to be kind of an uneasy peace. And by the end of the second chapter, our character Vivian has started a second war between the dragons and the humans. And so I'm not going to say how she does it, but within the first two chapters, her parents and her cousin are arrested, and so she takes matters into her own hands, and what she does to try and free them starts a war. So she's found out, obviously she commits this crime, she's found out, and to try and save her parents, she is sent to do this special job, which saves her life and saves her parents' life. So obviously I'm not going to spoil it, but they are sent to this special academy or this special school where they are going to try and stop this war that she's set in motion. But she's slowly finding out there's going to be a lot more to this war than she thought. So I haven't read too much into it, as you can see. She's only just arrived at the academy, or the secret school, or whatever you call it, where she and her cousin were sent. And they're just sort of learning what their role will be. But I know there's a lot more depth to it, but I'm going to find out later in the book. But I do definitely recommend reading this if you like dragon fantasy. It is really good. It is really addictive. This is the paperback version, obviously. There's a hardback version that's coming out in July that I'm going to get. It's hardback. It has the same cover, but it has some freaking beautiful sprayed edges. Like, really, really beautiful ones. So I'm going to get that one. There is also a Waterstones edition, which I've seen on YouTube, which has beautiful sprayed edges, and then this artwork in the inside, and it's freaking beautiful. So I think that's available now, but I'm going to wait for the July one, which still has some really beautiful sprayed edges. So definitely recommend, if you like dragon fantasy series, I definitely recommend this one because it is highly addictive. I hope it's going to continue with the story, but I don't know yet if there's going to be a book 2, but I hope there is because I'm really loving it already. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.